Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope you all are doing well. This daily money tip with Janae is going to be much shorter than the other two because I actually have to get to a speaking engagement that starts at 6 p.m. and I'm not there yet. I still have another hour to drive, and as you can see, I am not ready at all. Okay, so this one is going to be quick. A lot of people will catch this on the replay because I did not do the whole post before this to like let people know it's coming on. And so this one today is about how to be prepared in case of a layoff. And this advice and this tip is for people whether you think you'll ever be laid off or not. Like, you still need to be taking these kind of measures to be prepared for anything, because although it may not apply to a layoff, it can apply to another emergency, because a layoff is the ultimate emergency. That means you're not getting paid anymore until you get another job. So this article, which I think was on CNN Money, was really about how to get prepared in case, first of all, knowing exactly the signs before a layoff comes and some telltale signs. So I've been laid off before. That's how I found out I was $50,000 in debt. So I understand a layoff. I understand the fear behind it when you are laid off and know that money's not coming in every 2 weeks or every month like you used to, and you have to rely on unemployment, which is not that much depending on what state you live in. But some telltale signs that a layoff may be coming: if another company buys the company you work for, they have basically, they basically have, let's see if we can help with that. Okay, that might help a little bit. They basically now have two people in the same position all over the country. I mean, all over both companies. So there are two vice presidents, there's two managers, there's two workers in the same area. One of y'all got to go. And usually it's going to be the person who works for the company that just got bought. Their loyalty is to the people that are already working for their company when they bought your company. So more than likely a layoff is coming, so you have to be prepared. Another sign that layoffs may be coming is when a certain product or service that your company was banking on to be successful doesn't happen or fails. More likely there are going to be some layoffs because they were counting on that money to, basically push through. For example, before I was laid off, like a year before, a really big drug at the pharmaceutical company I was working for failed, like the research and all that kind of stuff, so they couldn't bring it to market. But those of you who know, with pharmaceutical sales and pharmaceutical research, no government and no hospital or no school can afford to fund research for these different medications that come out that help people's lives or save their lives. So pharmaceutical companies will spend tens of millions of dollars to try to bring a drug to market. That's what they did. It failed. Therefore, guess what? Layoffs came a year later. So those are two signs that if something happens like that at your company, more than likely layoffs are going to be coming. So you need to be prepared even before that happens. So the first thing in the article that they shared was that, of course, you need to save money. You need to have what I call it in case you're a breathing fund. They said 3 months to 6 months, depending on what industry you are in. I like to have 9 to 12 months, definitely 12 months. That is my rule of thumb. The reason I want you to have 12 months of expenses saved is because that means if you do get laid off, guess what? You have a whole year's worth of expenses saved, which means you got a whole year's worth of surviving money, and that you don't have to rush into another job. You don't have to rush into something that you might not want to do just because you need a paycheck. Also, if you get paid a high wage, hi, how are you doing? Get paid a high salary, it's going to take you a lot longer to find a job than those that may have more of the median salary range, the 40 to 60. If you make 80, 100, $200,000 a year, if you get laid off, it's going to take you a long time to find another job. So that's why you need to have a year's worth of saving, a year worth of expenses saved up. The second tip that I have for you is that you need to start looking right now at what you spend your money on. And so looking at your spending plan, I don't call it a budget, your spending plan, how much does your life cost you every month? And then once you look at that, what can you cut out or cut back on to make sure you bring some more extra money into your bank account each month that can help with that in case you're a breathing fund. But you have to look at, you got to find out what you're spending your money on, and then start to cut out or cut back on those things so you can bring in more money without having to get a second job. So that's my next tip. Well, that was about 2 tips in that one. So that's 3 tips there. And then also making sure that if you do get laid off, you don't leave your money in that company's 401k. If you are vested, and we're not going to get deep into all of that kind of stuff, if you're vested already, like you've been there long enough, you need to move your money. Go find you an investment bank and move your money to an IRA. Okay, you need to get it out of that company because you don't work there anymore. Also, if you have a flexible savings account, and that stuff is usually used for health expenses. Before layoffs, if you think a layoff coming, you need to go spend that money because that money can't travel with you. It's not a health savings account, it's a flexible spending account, and so that cannot go with you. So if you don't spend up the money, if you don't go get your contacts, you don't go get whatever else is available on that flexible spending account, you lose the money. It stays with the company. And then last but not least, making sure that you are insured correctly, whether that's renter's insurance, home insurance, car insurance, life insurance, term life insurance, everything. Make sure that you're insured the right way, because that can keep you from going into debt more if something happens. So if you don't have the right health insurance and you end up going to a specialist that ain't covered, that might be $1,000 bill that you're not even prepared for, and that's in addition to you maybe getting laid off or already laid off. You don't need those kind of problems in your life. So make sure that you are properly insured across the board. So that is my article for the day. That's your daily money with Janae today. And so, like I said, I'm doing this Monday through Friday. Don't know what time of day it's going to be. It's just when I have time. This is like the quick time I had before I go to my speaking engagement. But if you're not following me, make sure you follow me on Instagram, and then set your notifications so that you don't miss a money tip. Because like I said yesterday, I try to save these lives and put them on YouTube. Yesterday, by the way, even though it said it saved, it did not save to my phone, so that was just gone. So hopefully this one does save and I can put it up. But this is your tip for today, your strategies and your tips for your money. So I hope everybody has a great rest of the day. See you later. Bye bye.